Football Facts Presents. Best starting 11 coming through the youth system of AC Milan. Goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma. At just the age of 18, Donnarumma is considered as the hottest prospect under the goalposts of Milan and the successor of Buffon for the national team. Milan is trying to re-establish itself as a giant in Italy, and the young goalkeeper is one of the players that will lead this plan. He already had 2 full seasons, and last year he played in all championship games. With Italy he played 4 times so far, and he is expected to be the first choice after the retirement of Gianluigi Buffon. Centre-back Alessandro Costacurta. Costacurta made his debut while being on loan at Monza in 1986. He returned to Milan 1 year later and went on to spend 20 seasons with the club. He formed a very strong partnership with Baresi as Milan dominated Italy and Europe in the early 90s. Throughout his career he won 7 Italian championships, 1 Italian Cup and 3 Champions Leagues. With the Italian team he played 59 games and scored twice. He featured in the World Cups of 1990 and 1994 and the European Championship of 1996. Centre-back Franco Baresi. Baresi is probably the best centre-back that Italy ever had. He started in 1978 and finished in 1997. His whole career was spent with Milan, where he is considered as one of the greatest captains of the team. During his time with the club he won 6 Italian championships and 3 Champions Leagues. He played 81 times for Italy and scored 1 goal. He was part of the team that won the World Cup in 1982, even though he didn't play in any game. Baresi participated in 3 World Cups and 2 European Championships. Right back Matteo D'Ercilio. D'Ercilio is a recent product of the academy, as he made his debut in 2011 at the age of 19. By next season he started appearing more often with the first team. At that year he also made his debut for Italy, and since then had played 31 games for his country. He participated in the Confederations Cup of 2013, where Italy finished 3rd. He was also member of the team in the World Cup of 2014 and the European Championship of 2016. Left back Paolo Maldini. Maldini had a 25 years career which was all spent with Milan. Even on his last season at the age of 41 he was regular and played 30 league games. He was also captain of both Milan and Italy, as he acquired both armbands from teammate Franco Baresi. He is considered to be as one of the best Italian players and possibly the best left back of all time. With Milan he won 7 Italian championships, 1 cup and 5 Champions League titles. With Italy he played 126 games and scored 7 times. He was runner-up for the World Cup of 1994 and the European Championship of 2000. Defensive midfielder Giovanni Trapattoni. Trapattoni might be mostly known for his excellent coaching, but he was also one of the best footballers of his generation. He started his career with Milan and stayed at the club for 12 years before having one last season with Varese. He was a very talented midfielder and helped Milan to win 2 Italian championships, 1 cup and its first 2 European Cups. He also won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1968. He later became one of the most successful head coaches, as he was able to win all possible titles with Juventus, including all 3 European Cups. Central midfielder Giovanni Lodetti. Lodetti was the partner of Trapattoni on the midfield line of Milan. He was the joint between Trapattoni and the playmaker of the team Gianni Rivera. He played for 9 years for Milan and later had successful spells with Sampdoria, Foggia, and Novara. He won the same amount of titles like Trapattoni, but Lodetti was part of the Italian team that won the European Championship in 1968 as Italy won Yugoslavia on the final. Central midfielder Demetrio Albertini. Albertini was one of the most complete and accurate midfielders of his generation. He was capable of dictating the tempo of the game and providing the whole game play. He was part of the great team of Milan in 1990s as he won 5 Italian championships and 1 Champions League. He later moved to Atletico Madrid and Lazio where he won the Coppa Italia in 2004. He had one last season of his career with Barcelona where he won La Liga in 2005. He played 79 times for Italy and scored 3 goals as he participated in 2 World Cups and 2 European Championships. He finished as runner-up in the World Cup of 1994 and the European Championship of 2000. Right midfielder Carlo Inavazzi. Inavazzi was one of the best footballers of his generation and one of the most important players of Milan. He started his professional career with the club in 1945 as a right midfielder who was known for his strength and his ability to find space towards goal. He stayed with the club for 8 years and helped the team to win the championship in 1951, the first after 44 years. He later had a successful spell with Atalanta. He played 17 games for Italy and represented his country in the World Cup of 1950. He was also captain of Italy between 1951 and 1952. Left midfielder Alberigo Ivani. Ivani started his career with Milan at a very difficult period where the team had 2 seasons in the second division. By mid-1980s Milan was established again as an Italian giant and Ivani was one of the best players in the squad as the club won 3 Italian championships and 2 European Cups. In 1993 he joined Sampdoria where he managed to win the Coppa Italia in 1994. He played 15 times for Italy and scored 1 goal. In the World Cup final of 1994 he entered the field in extra time and converted his penalty kick, but Italy eventually lost the final on the first tournament that was decided by penalty shootout. Striker Pierre Aubameyang. Aubameyang joined the youth system of Milan at the age of 17 and impressed the world in a youth competition in Malaysia as he scored in all games of the tournament. He later had several loan spells in France but was never able to break into the first team. He finally joined Saint-Étienne on a permanent deal in 2011 and helped the team to win the French League Cup in 2013. At the end of that season he joined Dortmund where he immediately became one of the best players in the squad. Last season he scored 31 goals in 32 games, finishing as top scorer. At international level he chose to represent his country of origin Gabon, instead France which was the country of birth. At the age of 28 he already played 55 games and scored 23 goals, and he also represented Gabon in 3 African Cup of Nations. What do you think of the selection of footballers we made? Do you believe that we have to make some changes? How can this team be compared to the other youth academies? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.